Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and you're here for your free picks for Sunday, August 13th. Well, guys, we had a decent amount of games on Saturday. As for the Sunday, we have six picks in this video, and a couple of those are from La Liga, a couple of those are from the EPL, including that big derby between Chelsea and Liverpool, and we have a couple of games from the French League One. If you want more free picks, go to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, guys. Check it out, hit that like button. Make sure to stay subscribed so you never miss the free content that we basically provide every single day. For my best bets, click the link in the description of this video. That will get you up to my page on the Pickdawgz website where you can sign up. And of course, during every purchase, you can use that discount code, which is PICK, and that will give you some additional discount on the packages that we have. Let's get this show on the road, guys, with the first pick. We have Brentford playing against Tottenham. And as we can see, according to the books, these two teams are fairly even. But Tottenham suffered a huge blow earlier this week when they lost Harry Kane, who was signed by Bayern Munich. And after that, Tottenham definitely won't have the same output as they had with Harry Kane in the lineup, but they will have to manage somehow and maybe even sign a replacement over the next week or so until August 31st when the transfer window is over. As far as Brentford goes, they haven't won any of their last five games, and on top of that, they will be without Ivan Toney, who is suspended until I don't know what time, but I think he got suspended for like 7 or 8 months, if I'm not mistaken. So it's gonna be a while before he's back. In this game, I mean, despite both of these teams missing their key players, I definitely see them scoring here, to be honest. And I think we can expect a decent football with not a lot of defense. And for that reason, guys, in this one, I'm going to go with both teams to score an over 2.5 goals, which is minus 118 right now. And that's definitely more than good enough of a price because I haven't seen much defense from either of these two teams in the off season. And at least for now, at the beginning of the new season, I think we can expect the same. So, Brentford against Tottenham, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. For our next matchup, guys, like I said, we have that big derby between Chelsea and Liverpool in the EPL, and both teams have done a decent job in the off-season, especially Chelsea, who hasn't lost any of the last six games. But they lost their starting goalkeeper in Kepa, who was signed by Real Madrid on a Saturday because Thibaut Courtois got hurt and he will miss the entire season. So they had to go for a goalkeeper. They signed Kepa from Chelsea. Both teams have been pretty active at the transfer market, especially Chelsea, who sold a bunch of players, then they bought a bunch of players, and this is basically a completely new team that Pochettino has to work with. Like I said, in the offseason, they did a decent job. They scored some goals, they conceded some goals. They will also be without a few players for this game because Nkunku got hurt again. He will miss the next 2.5, 3 months or so. But Yashile is out, Fofana is out, Broja is still injured, and the list is pretty long. But if Chelsea has something, that is depth and that is the quality on the bench. Liverpool on the other side is fairly healthy. They don't have any major injuries. They did lose a few players. They sold Firmino, they sold Henderson. I'm not sure who else left, but they did sign McAllister from Brighton, and they signed a couple of other guys. I can't actually remember the names right now, but I think that this is going to be an exciting game. I think we're going to see a bunch of chances on both sides because Chelsea finally has some offense to show for. And I think they will show it at their home stadium. So instead of choosing the sides, I decided to go with goals, but I'm going with over 1.5 goals in the first half at plus 128. I think that this game might start fast. I think we might see goals early. And for that reason, I'm going to get the max value that I can out of this game. So over 1.5 goals in the first half. Now we are moving on to La Liga, guys, and we have Villarreal playing against Betis. Last season, Villarreal was absolutely outstanding. They had a great team, but this season so far, they lost a couple of great players. They haven't won any of their last five games, and their depth has been significantly reduced. And on top of that, they have a bunch of injured players as well, who would probably be in the starting lineup if they were healthy. Uh, as far as Betis goes, I see that Nabil Fekir is injured, and he is their starting striker or offensive midfielder or whatever. But they still have a decent roster, and even though their off-season hasn't been that great, they haven't won any of their last three games. They have won only one of their last six. I think this is going to be another competitive match. Can we expect goals? It's possible. But then again, we have Villarreal and Betis facing off, and we know that Betis likes to rough it up, especially on the road. So instead of the sides or goals or something like that, I'm gonna go with over 5.5 cards in this one, which is actually plus 100, and I definitely like the price, and the line is pretty good in my opinion. Getafe is hosting Barcelona in the next matchup in LaLiga, and that's the final game of the day at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The opening day for Barcelona and Getafe, and Barcelona actually hasn't lost to Getafe in their last 5 or 6 games. They haven't conceded a goal in their last three matchups against Getafe, but Getafe has had a decent off-season. They are actually on a two-game winning streak against Vitesse, and uh, they did lose to Granada and in rain, but before that they had a couple of great results as well. So, like I said, they did a solid job in the off-season. Uh, Barcelona definitely has more quality. They have more depth. They were decent in those couple of friendly games they had. They have beaten Real Madrid in a friendly game. They have beaten Milan. They have beaten Tottenham. And overall, I think that in my opinion, they are the better team this season than they were last season. And there has been a lot of rumors that Neymar will be joining them once again from the PSG. But they did lose Dembele, and we'll see how that will affect the team. Of course, Lewandowski is still leading the charge. Gundogan was signed from Manchester City. They did sign another defensive midfielder, and I think that they have the depth now. They have the quality, and once again, they will be the leading contender for the title in La Liga. So in this game, as we can see, they're pretty heavy favorites. So I'm gonna take Barcelona to win and over 1.5 goals, which is minus 109. I love the price; it's an excellent price. We don't have to push it to over 2.5 to get some value out of it. So uh, I'm gonna take this, guys, and I'm gonna go with it because I do believe Barcelona will start the season with a nice win on the road, and I think that they will continue their good form. So I'm taking Barcelona to win and over 1.5 goals. Now we are moving on to the French League One, and Clermont is playing against Monaco. Two teams that haven't shown a lot of defense so far, and on top of that, Monaco will probably be without their captain Ben Yedder, who has actually been accused of a rape and attempted rape, and I don't even know what else. But I assume he will be out of this game. He's already listed as questionable, and then again, Embolo is still listed as injured. Uh, Monaco is actually on a three-game losing streak. They have lost to Bayern Munich, they lost to Arsenal, and they lost to Genoa in those friendly games. But we can't really judge a team that much by their friendly games because they are the friendly games. As far as Clermont goes, they were actually quite decent in the off-season. They haven't lost any of their last seven home games in a row, and that will make this game quite exciting. Yes, Monaco has been dominant in this matchup. They have won 6 of the 9 games between these two teams, and I definitely see them scoring even without those players. They have enough quality to get to the scoreboard, but I simply don't see them keeping a clean sheet here. So I'm gonna go with over 2.5 goals, minus 148. You can push it with both teams to score, get a little bit more value out of it. But personally, I'm just gonna take over 2.5 to kind of remove the volatility out of the pick. And the last pick of this video, guys, is Strasbourg versus Lyon. Strasbourg actually quite solid, undefeated in the last 4 games. They haven't lost any of their last 5 home games. They haven't lost any of the last 4 games overall. While Lyon on the other side is actually on a 4 game losing streak. And like I said, all of those were friendly games, so we can't really take it to heart. But they are missing a bunch of players. Lacazette is listed as questionable. Their starting goalkeeper, Lopez, actually not their starting goalkeeper. I think they have somebody else, but Anthony Lopez is injured. They are loaded. Who is their starting defender is injured. So the depth will be a question for Leon here. but so will for Strasbourg as well, who has a few injured players, and Diarra is apparently suspended because of the yellow card. So I guess the yellow cards from the last season have been taken into account. Uh, I think this is going to be a game without much defense on both sides, and I think that both teams will go for it, especially Strasbourg at home. So both teams to score an over 2.5, minus 109. That's going to be my pick for this one, and I think we're going to see some goals early on in this game. So I'm going to go with both teams to score in and over 2.5 goals in this Strasbourg versus Lyon matchup in the French League One. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. Thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. Stay tuned for more free picks coming up to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel, of course. Keep those notifications on, guys. Hit that like button. And as usual, feel free to comment on any of these videos, and I will be more than happy to answer any of the questions you might have. That's it. Enjoy your Sunday. Good luck with your bets, and I'll see you soon. More free picks.